Wednesday evening, friends and neighbors. Just Sweetie at the desk with the flying purple baseball beaters. I was just taking a look here at the manager's history here in Out of the Park Baseball and noticing that our current guy, the man at the helm, John Pacella, has the highest win percentage of all active managers. In fact, 3 of the Rockies' managers over their 20-some-odd year history are in the top 10 for win percentage. Because we've got Kenny Kuhn, took over in 1994, and led the team to its first 3 playoff appearances and its first World Series win before retiring. Taking over from him was his bench coach, Mike Eden. Took over the team, but we couldn't get over the hump. A lot of division series losses, and we decided to release him and give someone else a try. And the guy we gave the try to is then the bench coach, now the manager, John Pacella. He's won 5 World Series since, including the last 3 in a row. He must be doing something right. Man, I don't even remember who our first ever manager was. Is it Hargrove? No. I'm taking a look here, trying to remember. It was Hanlon. There we go. So we had Ray Hanlon for 1 year. And then we brought up Kenny Kuhn. So yeah, you win 3 straight championships, and all of a sudden you're wondering, we gotta pay some guys. We suddenly fell in payroll to dead last because we barely have anyone under contract. Reason for that is a lot of folks left. Brian LaHare took his 8.6 wins above replacement, near MVP caliber season, and is looking for $32 million in a contract. Not happening from me. We also bid adieu to Zach Greinke, who had an amazing 2 years in Colorado. Well, a year and a half in Colorado. Back-to-back Cy Youngs. We had that guy, 6 wins above replacement. And then he signed a deal with the Blue Jays. Also signing a deal with the Blue Jays was Sean Marshall, deadline pickup, Russell Martin, very savvy 4-year contract, a couple 5 wins above replacement seasons. Never quite got to 2020. He had the 20 for one, but never the other. Stephen Drew. Colorado. Drafty. Pretty resilient. Never much of a base stealer, though, which is interesting. And, of course, Grady Sizemore. Now, the thing is, Grady, if you take a look at his major league history, has been a Colorado purple for ages. Knocking on the door of a 30-30 season a few times. He is among the best outfielders in the free agent market, and we do kind of have a gap in the outfield. Tom Bryce, the Thunder from Down Under, has been phenomenal since signing with the club. Cameron Maybin, 3 straight Golden Gloves, but this is his walk year. And Leonis Martin, defensively sound. So what I'm thinking is, and this is a terrible idea, I originally was going to say this was going to be a rebuild, a tank. Go back. Blow it up. And then ramp it up again in time for Ohtani to be in the draft pool. The problem with that is the team's still really stinking good. And the owner wants us to win. So yeah. High priority on finding a top prospect and building the farm. That's not going to happen. But we also have 2 years to work on that. So I guess if we win the title and then stink, that meets the goal. I still think 2014 we can make something happen. So I was checking in on some of the options. I actually gave a couple minor league deals to guys like Leury Garcia and Eduardo Sosa. Eduardo, captain, important to have in the minors. But I keep going back. Well, I take a look at David Wright as well. Relatively inexpensive, but if the Yankees are offering him, I'm not going to pay compensation to the Yanks. Memory serves, we already have a draft pick change. Yeah, we already got Greinke, or a qualifying offer thanks to him. We also have one pegged for Drew. I don't think we have one on LaHare. But the more I'm thinking about it, the more I look at Sizemore, and that's not a terrible deal. I would be willing to goose the first year while we have the spare budget. Keep the AAV the same. Throw in a bonus for MVP. I'm okay with the no trade clause on a guaranteed starting lineup. So let's go get Grady back. Because if we do, then we can trade Cameron Maybin. Other guys I took a look at who might be fun. Corbin Joseph. There he is. Welcome in, Dr. Dynastic and company, to the Flying Purple Baseball Beaters, home of your 3-time defending World Series champion Colorado Rockies. Or at least what's left of them. We had 6 guys leave, or 6 regulars leave in free agency. I assure you this, Carlos Guillen, as much as I adore him, is not going to be the starting first baseman full-time in the new season. Part-time, because he's got some decent, versus lefty splits. So one of those players we did just put in a offer on, Grady Sizemore. He already favors it. It's basically the same same AAV as what the Angels are offering him, but with an extra year. Thank you very much, Doc. Because I think if any player deserves to be a Rocky for life, couldn't do it for Thames, couldn't do it for Guillen, although he's back, couldn't do it for Griffey. I feel like Grady's earned it. I feel like Grady deserves that much. I don't mind if you bring the wave in. If you're a subscriber. Ooh, EVC and NYC with the resub. Fernando Unis. Yeah, that news. You were the first person I thought of, EVC. So sorry to hear that such an important piece of your team is no longer with us. And your team's history. We'll talk on Discord after this. So I'm also going to throw some money to Adam LaRoche. I like a 2-year deal. Because LaRoche, slugging first baseman, team captain. And he can be a platoon buddy with Guillen. Which leaves us $15 million to go after a third baseman. There are some interesting options. Kendrick, our old friend Chase Headley, who got us Mike Minor. I keep going back to Edwin Encarnacion, though. Doesn't hit for doubles. Could play third base. I like Corbin Joseph as a utility dude. I wouldn't trust him at third, but I'll see if he can sneak through. I also was thinking Japhet Amador if we move away from Guillen, but I'll just keep my eye on him. Bautista is a choice. Jamie D can technically play third. Well, but then again, so can Will Myers, so... I'm looking for guys who can play third capably. And won't get donked with, compensation. Like, why don't we bring Eric Chavez in? Ah, because he wants multi-years at age 35. That's not happening. Alright, he's okay with a 1-year deal. Defensively, not the greatest third baseman, but that's what Efren Espinoza is for. Who else did I... Short list and why. R.A. Dickey finally hung up the cleats. The Knuckle King. Gave us some decent wins above replacement to start his career. Like, those early Dickey years. Gorgo! Hey, man! Thank you so much for the resub. Gosh, it's been a while. Jeff the Jar, thank you for the follow. Oh, right, I like to keep an eye on all my, my hands guys. And in particular, Freddie Galvis seems like a fun kind of guy. If deals fall through with Chavez, I kind of like Freddie G, especially as a defensive option. I will be willing to go 2 at 1.4. We'll see how all these shake out. And then we may have some deals to do. I'd love to move Cameron Maybin, provided we lock up Sizemore. Brian LaHare heads to the Cubs. Okay, so he takes the JJ Fermaniac spot. That's a lot of dough. 5 by 27. But hey, I'll take the compensation pick. This is how we can continue to build the club. So we'll be getting the Cubs' second rounder. Alright, we got a trade proposal coming in. Jose Milares. Ooh. And they'd retain money on him. For Almora, Skaggs, and Crick. No. Not Almora. He's one of our top prospects. Not Skaggs. I expect him to be in the rotation pretty soon. I can move Crick. Apparently, I gave out too many contracts and I can't do this deal anyway. So, let us just tell the Padres nothing doing. Sorry, Hogo, not happening. I do like that Skaggs is working on his movement and is excelling. Let's go. I want to see Tyler Skaggs in the rotation. Grady Sizemore returns to Colorado. Welcome home, big man. Denver till I die, Rockies till I rot. Grady's home. That is exciting. All right, we got our minor league dudes. I always do this dumb thing of doing the minor league dudes before the Rule 5 draft, and it always burns me. All right, Freddie Galvis will be joining the team. I guess that means we can pull back the offer from Eric Chavez, can't we? I'd rather have the defense and the younger player. Do I want LaRoche over Chavez? Yeah, I do. So we're going to take our $7 million deal and... Sorry, Eric. I'd rather have the money. I mean, the big money given out this offseason is still Hanley Ramirez re-upping with the Diamondbacks. The greatest defensive shortstop in the modern era. Better than Guillen, yeah. At a 27.6 mil per. Yumpin' Yiminy. No, buzz off. Alright. And, okay, Almora Jr. is not available. Will Myers is not available. Pedro Alvarez is interesting, but we literally just signed Freddie Galvis, sorry. I mean, Alvarez only has 1 year of term on him. I'd be willing to do the deal to bring Bochy across. So no and no. They want Leonis Martin. What about Cameron Maben? And I'll throw in some cash. Oh, okay. So Freddie becomes a bench guy. Pedro becomes our starting third baseman. And we have him for, like, term. Okay. Bochy's not exactly a top prospect. I like Maben. Can we get more? Is the question. No interest in a Jose Peraza. He's just all contact, nothing else. They just got Giolito. We just got Stroman. We can't acquire him. We could pick up a guy like Asher Wachowski through the Rule 5 draft, which is tomorrow, so I'm not going to fuss too much over that. They're not willing to give up Clevenger. Old man Harold Eckert. Man, this team just does not have pitching. That's kind of the issue. When Brett Smith is your top pitcher. Let's see if they can eat some cash. Cameron Maben heads to Colorado, or heads to Baltimore in his walk year. So we got talent for talent. Pedro Alvarez coming to the majors as our new starting third baseman. Which means, yes, Leonis Martin moves to center field. Wow, we've got a lot of lefties now. Well, one of which should... Yeah, we should have Myers starting over Barton as catcher. Will M is ready to go. Okay, we got Guillen playing first. Does Galvis... Galvis is pretty balanced, so I wouldn't be surprised if he plays both. I also just realized now Galvis doesn't actually know how to play third base, so it's probably a good thing we went and got Alvarez. Oops! So let's go add us some guys in the Rule 5 draft. Some decent options out there. I mean, we're going to be drafting last anyway. Gordon Beckham, Milton Bradley, Javatella, Hetch. Getting an outfielder is probably what I'd prefer to do. I mean, we had Milton Bradley for a season and a bit. Looks like he can still field. He can still run. So, pause on that. Gorky Batista's an option. Bring back Braden McCarthy. Not with that HRA. There's Asher Wojciechowski, aka Scrabble. Yeah, I don't think he plays on the team. Does Gorky play over the guys we've got in the rotation right now? Is the question. As you can tell, we've been prioritizing PBAPIP. He'd probably go in over Frankie Mo. But we've already got Skaggs getting ready. We've got Paco Rodriguez as our Lefty slinger. Alright, so we're not going to go with Gorky B. Let's take a look at the outfielders. I think we're going to go with Ryan Lamar. Someone young, someone fast. Rakes in AAA. And he can field. Thank you for the Wave Deli Sports. Much appreciated. I mean, Salazar can still swing. He was just crud for us last season. So it's between Kraus and Lamar. And I'm leaning Lamar because of the 3 outfield positions, because he is a righty, and thus we have a little bit of a platoon balance. All right, Ryan Lamar, welcome to Colorado. I don't think we need anyone else, unless someone jumps out at us. The bullpen arms? Connor Hoon? I mean, he's got 2 good pitches, but the bullpen is still pretty dang strong for us. And probably has one too many players, so I'm thinking we're just going to skip. Alright, which poverty franchise is still going? Angels, okay. Angels claim Luis Sessa, Colin Bates, Colby Killian, Jared Cosart, and Tyler Thornburg. Basically just shopping for pitchers. All the good starting pitcher prospects went early on, so Padres get a deal with Christian Bergman. Scott Diamond heads to the Marlins. I don't think we lost anyone. Cool, cool. Eric Brown, old man Eric Brown for Grichuk and Tapia. No. Curtis Granderson heads to the Mets. 4-year deal at 9.3 per. That's a good offer. Alex Introne heads to Toronto. Blue Jays have been spending a lot of money this offseason. See, Reynaldo Vargas going for $7 million for 1 year. For Maniac to Tampa. So he gets to play with Mike Trout now. Very interesting. Tampa could finally make some noise in this save. I mean, we still have room to add salary. About $14 million. Waiting for LaRoche to say yes so we can finally lock in our first base choice. Probably waive Brent Morel as someone who doesn't have a home. Stephen Drew and Russell Martin, still nobody's spending money on them yet. Take a look on the pitching side. Do we trust in Brian Scott having a good season? At age 37. Ooh, okay, I'm not giving you multiple years, dude. There are things that are happening. That is not one of them. See, a guy like Justin Masterson seems interesting to me. Splitty because he has a side armor. He wants multiple years. I think I'm okay to just let the rest of the money ride at this point. Yes, we're still in the bottom half for payroll because we traded away Mabin. So maybe there's some other options available. Alright, Kochman and Steven Matz for Grichuk. Grichuk has a role on this team. At least we're getting offers. Why would I even be interested in a 38-year-old reliever? Come on, Mets. Steven Drew heads to the Rays. All right, Tampa Bay spending some money. They got him on a sweetheart deal, too. 11 for 4 years. I mean, really, that's what Drew's worth if you're going to play him up the middle? The bat doesn't really have much of a chance elsewhere. And we got another supplemental pick. So we've got 3 in supplemental round 1. Yeah, I gotta make sure we have enough budget left over for our draftees, come to think about it. Yeah, before I started the save, I was looking at John Pacella. I didn't realize he also was a former player. The Mets, the Twins, the Orioles, and the Tigers. Wasn't much of a good pitcher, like -2 wins above replacement. Oof, ouch, my bones. But he's one hell of a manager. His number is one I'm probably going to retire when he finally hangs up the cleats. Alright, draft budget. Okay, no, we're good on draft budget. I also made a point to max out our player development budget and our scouting for the first time this save, so Jimmy Freeman's got plenty of money to spend. Maybe there's a deal we could do to improve our starting rotation a little bit. But otherwise, with Alvarez, with Martin now, with Sizemore back, where's Pedro? Oh, and Galvis also has ARB eligibility. Nice. There's Pedro. So we've got him past the Ohtani window. Still waiting on LaRoche still hasn't made up his mind. Maybe we do need to start looking at other first basemen or a trade perhaps. At least the fans will be happy that we brought a certain outfielder back into the fold. Right. Hall of Fame news. Kevin Appier in his 4th year. Paul Molitor in his 10th and final. Over the line and into the Hall of Fame. Pudge with a good first year appearance. Travis Fryman ditto. No surprises about any of the drops. There we go. Adam LaRoche comes to Colorado for the next 2 seasons. Let's bench Guillen. I want LaRoche starting against lefties, or against righties. Oh, he'll mash. He's going to be fun to watch. And one of Darno or Myers will be the backup. If anything, Darno's probably going to get optioned down. Does Morel even have option years left? No. Shop him around, see if anyone wants him. Him and Pelfrey. I'll eat all of Pelfrey's contract. Scott Kazmir stuffed into the Boston bullpen. I mean, the stuff is there. Seems like he's got a winning personality. Contract isn't terrible. Put a pin in that one. Qualls from Detroit. Ringe from Kansas. Burtwell. Okay, Adolfo Pierre, though. I could get behind that. He'd do well in Coors with the extreme ground ball tendency. CJ Wilson, also at one point a Colorado Rocky. Had a few good seasons with Atlanta. Brian Burris, pass. Matt Scanlon, oh man, you got hit hard. Padres offering a bunch of folks. Right, Eric Bedard from the Rays. Looks like he just gets eaten alive, though. Oh, bad PBAPIP. Okay. I mean, he's basically Franklin Morales, but slightly better. Do we welcome back Denver's own Roy Halladay? Nah, I don't think so. All right, since it's the only blue numbers, let's talk with the Blue Jays about Adolfo Pierre. Love to eat some money and make include a different player instead. Or do we trade Derek Barton? Like, in his second year of his new deal. No, no, no. All right, you better eat some cash in this too. Because that's basically all the money if we do this trade. Let's go back to the shop. Kazmir at least would come cheaper. 200 saves. But I mean, Uehara basically is built for Coors. P-BABIP suppression, good control. Even with the HRA, he's able to limit his home runs. I'm talking myself out of the deal here. All right, let me just eat 50%. Okay, if we just shot Morel. Alright, Jamil Weeks at least has options available. Yeah, we're gonna do right by him. Send him to San Diego. Was it like a moving deck chairs thing? Yes, but we'll live. Eric Chavez, sorry dude, you've been lapped. Go back to Colorado or to Pittsburgh. Russell Martin heads to the Twins. That's basically a Canadian team. We cannot possibly screw up this draft. We have 4 compensation picks. Yeah, now we gotta goose the draft budget. Let's save the rest of the money. See if we can't sneak away with maybe we can still go after Brian Scott. Yeah, we're just gonna withdraw from Eric Chavez. We do not need him. Because boot check Torus flexor tendon in the worst possible time. Hey, it's our old friend William Juarez. Not going to give him a multi-year deal. There we go. That's what I need. I need to see P-BABIP. Let's look at starters. So Masterson, I keep going back to. Just not on a multi-year deal. Takes a lot of talent to lose 17 games. Maybe Taylor Parker. The Canadian, Michel Simard. Okay, I can get behind Simard. At least as a stopgap. I would much rather get... Okay, Ian Kennedy is also inexpensive. Who do you win championships with? 2000... Oh, he's a White Sox. Okay. Come on, Brian. One more stint with us. Oh, he's got a comp on him. Never mind. Shoot. I'm just looking for, like, someone who can take a one-year deal. Problem is, nobody wants a one-year deal. Senzio. 2 years at 4.4. Okay. Ah, Reneki. Perfect. There's our man. Let's make it 6.9. And he's durable, too. The one knock against him is his stamina, but I think we can make that work. Piggyback him with Frankie Mo. JJ Sherrill heads back to Oakland. So we borrowed him for a season, and he heads elsewhere. Marcus Giles. I mean, I coveted him at one point, I think. Anyways, DevLab. Ooh. Felix Pena now working on getting his movement up. He's going to be a piece of a bullpen pretty soon. Maybe even a starter. Blue Jays making some moves. While all this is going on, I'm going to double check. Were there any out-of-town games? Yes, there were. All right. Oh. Thanks for telling us, Guy. Reneki heads to the Blue Jays. Like, what was someone supposed to be telling me? Signed at 5.6 mil. It's like my deal didn't even exist. Okay, back to the drawing board. Masterson may go to the Padres. Simard to the Pirates. I'd be willing to go 1 year at 9 mil for Vacadano. Nope. Okay, fine. I'll look elsewhere. Let's not forget, I'm satisfied with the team as is. All right, so Ignacio Reynoso. No such thing as a bad one-year deal. Sure. A little bullpen help in case the new guys need some. Right. As I was distracted. So, 2014 is the first and so far only year that the MLB, sorry, that Major League Baseball games have been played in Australia. And in particular, the Sydney Cricket Grounds. Believe it or not, Flying Canuck made a model of it. And we're going to go install it right now. Flying Canuck does such good work for so many of these models. And now I finally get to show it off here on stream, because we got to go update. So copy Sydney Cricket Ground, toss it into baseball, ballparks, models. So the way this will work is, oh hey Cardinal fan, hello nerds. We're all nerds here. So let's hop into league settings. Let's go to edit ballparks. Add new park. Notice it's not going to be associated with a team. That ballpark ID is the key. That's what's going to tell us. That's what we're going to need to input to modify the schedule. So, now, in our ballparks, where we tossed it, Sydney Cricket Ground, import the PRK file. For some reason, it doesn't work if you use the PRK file. It's weird. Load the object file and look at this beautiful scene. The Sydney Cricket Ground in all its glory. Ready for baseball. And now that we've got it in, let's go to Edit, League Schedule, now that it's loaded in. See? Diamondbacks and Dodgers change the park ID to Sydney Cricket Ground. Because these two games take place out of town well before the rest of the season gets underway. LA again will start. And we are starting on the road, so we'll be able to get some game action in. We visit the Marlins. So yeah, we've gone a little lefty heavy. Lamar does provide a little bit of balance. Excited to see how Freddie Galvis does as our new super utility dude. Back to the player dev lab. Oh, everyone's frustrated now. Less than ideal. And Franimal is getting nerfed. Oh, man. He was going to be so good. Maybe we can still swap him? Don't draft 17-year-olds, kids. Marco G looks like he's improving. Dietrich Enns knocking on the door. Raudel Lazo with a stuff and velo bump. Okay. Tom Bryce starting to hit the aging curve. Doesn't matter. We won 3 championships with him. Eric Chavez stays in the National League. He heads to San Diego. At least he got a 2-year deal out of it, you know. Oh, now you come crawling back. Alright, so if Reynoso's going to be targeted by Texas, let's withdraw our offer. Again, I'm looking only at like 1-year deals just to stretch the money we've got. We're still dead last in the league in payroll somehow. Oh boy. Alright, Vakidano comes to the club. We have our 5th starter. So Miner, Vakidano, Hernandez, Kuma, and Leak. I'd much rather see Paco Rodriguez as a lefty spec, but I can see he's kind of balanced. Cody Allen was nails last season. Closer in waiting. Skaggs is knocking on the door of joining the rotation. Yeah, I know. I know. Spring training has arrived. Preseason predictions are in. And we are projected to finish 3rd. Okay. I guess we lost too many guys. They're calling Ray Liotta to win 20 games. I mean, yes, losing both Greinke and Marshall to the same team is going to hurt. But come on, not even a top prediction for either of Sizemore or Bryce? Yeah, Trout doesn't have the boomstick yet. He's still 21. Oh, he will develop. And that's another reason why I'm glad I'm not going to be tanking for Ohtani, because there's no guarantee he'll actually come out the way you expect. They're calling a sub-2 ERA for Mike Minor. Yeah, Coors. Okay, Haas. Sure. Let's see, any other big signings down the stretch? John Jay goes to Arizona for $15 million per. Eric Ibar to the Brewers. Asdrubal Cabrera to Texas. That seems accurate. Justin Masterson to the Padres. Simard to the Pirates. Brian Scott to the Phillies. Oh, he got paid. Good for him. The one thing on the wish list for me here in this game would be in the off-season summary or in here, the recent signings. Show me how much money people have spent in the off-season. Jim Johnson to the Dodgers. Wow. That's a lot of money for one pitcher. The big contract, wow, there's a lot of money changing hands. I still haven't gotten to a $200 million overall yet. A few hundred mils, including Grady Sizemore, Brian LaHare. Oh yeah, all the big money went out first. Hanley Ramirez, absolutely worth every penny. Just, you know, not for me. All right. Let's get some extra pitching help. Last year's AAA MVP Matt Skoll, Jameel Weeks, Giovanni Meyer. Lots of guys on the... Oh, Graveman's injured. Great. All right, Taylor Hill might be something interesting. Let's call him up. We're going to let Badenhop leave. Make room for some more talented players. Younger guys. Is there anyone else? Oh yeah, let's look at Tulsa. Call up Fultonuvitz. And Elmore Jr. Let's give him a taste of what it's like being up at the bigs. Once again, I will have to find a way to convince my manager to let Will Myers catch and bench Barton when he's facing lefties. Alright, let's try a force start, catcher, bench, right-handed. There we go. Will Myers deserves to catch. Let's get to our first cut day. All right, some day-to-day injuries, some minor bumps and bruises and boo-boos. Should I worry? Bullpen looks like it's kind of not good. Let's take a look here. Guys who aren't on a major league deal. Down to AAA you go. There goes most of the cuts. We only need to shave 3 more pitchers off the rotation, one of which is probably going to be Frankie Mo. Now, let's take a look at the batter side. Oh, good. Guillen's figuring out how to play first base. Good, good, good. Let's send down Leary and Jamil. And Skoll. Meyer. Sosa, Almora. And Grichuk. Soon for Grichuk, just not yet. I have 2 books, Budo. Yeah, we're going to option down Mooney as well. All right, 2 cuts left. Oh, Pelfrey with a stuff drop? 35. Ugh. Well, glad he's going to be leaving the club after this season. Makidano with a movement drop, whatever. Leak with a movement and control drop. Okay, you're on the way out there, chum. Okay, what is going on with all the downs here? And McDougal's not going to get his team option popped. No surprise. Okay, Patrick Cooper might be something. Let's skip ahead to the draft pool announcement, see what riches we can possibly take advantage of. This is the Judge year. Oh, baby. And Jose Abreu coming out looking like a phenom. Some good options. Rusney Castillo. It's Makun. Oh, I forgot he came over really young. Sandy Alcantara. Yeah, I'm not drafting a 17-year-old ever again. Right? Everyone forgot about Rusney Castillo. He played 1 year in Japan for League Redacted and then disappeared, never to be seen again. All right, Sean Fitzgerald I have to go for or consider just because of how much blue there is. Teach him a third pitch, stamina, stretch him. All right, so Judge to the Padres, Abreu to the to the Marlins, Steele to the Yankees. We're projected to get Gleyber Torres. That could be a third baseman. And then with all of our comp picks, getting Alex Guerrero, Rusney, Brett Martin, and John Means. John Means business. Oh, with the PBAPIP too. Okay, that I can vibe with. Ditto Audrisamer Despine. Okay, I kind of like what I'm seeing. Alright, final cuts time. Zinniker is going to be demoted. We still have options on him? Wow. Frankie, my dude. Figured out in the minors. He'll be our last cut. Man, I expected better from Corey Rasmus. Okay. One more cut to go. Chase Anderson's impressing. Finally. Good to see he's come up. Alright, Barton. Oh, Barton's OPS is in the toilet. Okay. Myers is worse. Darno's even worse. Alright, so TDA, TBD. We have to cut one more dude. Is it really going to be Secret Weapon Alex Romero? No, he's out of option years. What about SB? Wave and DFA SB. Myers as our backup third baseman is kind of funny, but I think we could also pretty easily teach Freddie Galvis how to play there. Alright, Efren successfully DFA'd. Okay, Taylor Hill might be joining the club next season. Not bad for a 11th round choice. Alright. Good on Frankie Mo for having one good start. Paco just had a rough season. Down to AAA he goes. Expected better. We gotta shed one more pitcher. Does Rasmus have options still? No. Frankie does, but that leaves only Skaggs as our... Okay, we do not need a specialist versus righties. Shop around Pelfrey. See if we can't find him a home. So we'll wave and DFA him. And that's our team. So we've got Skaggs, Rasmus, Morales, Anderson out of the bullpen. Nick Vincent as our long relief man. Cody Allen, one of the two good arms. Uehara, the other good arm. And a rotation of Minor, Hernandez, Bakedano, Iwakuma, and Leak. Basically everyone on the bench gets to start, at least partially, except for Ryan Lamar. Counting on Martin to be good. Oh no, are we seriously going to whiff on every single player development lab? Some of these guys were excelling at one point. Yeah, win it all this year. I'll try. At least we're now 23rd. Yankees and Red Sox have nobody in terms of prospects. Tigers are going to be scary. Dodgers have the top 2 prospects in all of baseball. And with updated preseason projections, now we're expected to win the West. It'll be close, but we are expected to win the West. They're calling the Braves and the Mets to tie for the NL East. Very interesting. The Angels winning the AL West. That's going to be a big change. Well, that's why we play the games. So we're going to tune into one over in Sydney, at least for a little bit. Nicholas Celta of the Diamondbacks, free agent signing. Getting the start here against Aaron Hicks of the Dodgers. A brisk fall day in Sydney, Australia. And we're going to until wrist bit because I'm not playing this. John Jay chopped up the middle. Good play by Andrelton Simmons. Cater Collado. Chopper to center field. That will fall for a base hit. Diamondbacks taking the lead. Simmons standing at second for Reddick. Walks on 4 wide ones. Former Rocky Tag Bozide. One of the greatest names in this save. Hey, kayaking. Dodgers threatening here. Andrews. Runners at first and second. Slow roller to second. They'll get the middle runner. Good play there by Travis O'Garcia. Oh, they got Josh Barfield. Neat. Kiel Thibault. Fly ball to right. Throw is cut off. Ludwig. Former Rocky Ryan Ludwig? Yes. Poor Jimmy Johnson. Okay, Jimmy Johnson ties his own game up. And advances to second. Ah, gotta love pitchers who rake. Wild pitch. Collado can't collect it. I'm waiting until we get to our game. All right, Dodgers going to tack on an insurance run here. Jim Johnson gives up a home run to Keter Collado, the first of the season. Odalis Perez out of the bullpen now for the Diamondbacks. Dodgers with a little bit of extra traffic on the base paths. Sacks are juiced. Zach Lurch up against Kiel Thibault. And he's plunked. Is Thibault Canadian? No. Johnson now. Already has an RBI single. He's going to get another one. Jim Johnson with 3 RBIs. Why would you not pinch hit him? He's already thrown 7 innings. Dodgers, what are you doing? And Drelton Simmons high and deep to left and caught. Jimmy Johnson still pitching. I mean, up by 4. Might as well let the big dog eat. Good play there by John Jay. Free agent acquisition. David Wright was supposed to be signing with the Yankees, but he went to the Dodgers. Interesting. Jim Johnson going for the complete game in game 1 of the season. First walk issued. Now he's plunked. That'll end his day. Mark Pryor now, trying to mop up the mess. Another hit by pitch. Infield single. Oh no, are the Diamondbacks going to do it? Are they going to do the funny thing? Keter Collado walks. Still nobody out. Todd Helton, 40-year-old pinch hitter now. Line to left. Good throw. No runners advancing. Double play gets the Dodgers out of it. Fly ball to right. Throw by Ludwig, or by Hicks, is in time. Hanley Ramirez. Line to left center. Yep, the Diamondbacks are going to complete the comeback here. Are you kidding me? Jim Johnson got left in 2 batters too long, and Mark Pryor blows the save. Oh dear. Game 2 also features some late heroics. Drew Hutchison, 5 2/3 innings for the win in a win. Yep, we went 0 for 6 on the on the dev lab. Come on. Ugh. Brant Colomarino will be a career Ranger. Sticks around for another... Hey, he took a slight pay cut. His next home run will be his 500th. All of them in Texas blue. All right, one last chance to shop Pelfrey around. Nope. We're going to have to eat his money. Oh, well. We still only have the 28th highest payroll in the majors. We head to Marlins Park as Hyunjin Ryu leads the Miami Marlins up against your Colorado Rockies in opening day action. Hey, Pems CFO, thank you for the follow. And yes, this is historical Marlins Park. Note the home run statue in center field. Sizemore, welcome back, Grady. Lace to left field. Anderson makes the grab, 2 down. Tom Bryce, back and healthy. Swing and a miss. Mike Minor versus Jason Bay. And he's walked on a full count. Quick check-in. Full count on Infante. Up the middle for a base hit. Jason Bay's going to go first to third. Jonathan Lucroy. Double play defense. McDougal will go to first for 1. Bay scores Infante to second. Juan Beltran was on the trading block for a couple times. 1-2 on the way. Called strike 3. Curveball outside froze him. Giancarlo Angulo, the right fielder. Popped up, center field, Martin. Will make the grab. Marlins get 1. We're underway here. New Rocky Pedro Alvarez. Bouncer to the first baseman. It squeaks through. Jason Bay, not used to playing first base, has it squeak through his legs. Will Myers getting the start at catcher. Frozen on a fastball by Ryu. Carlos Guillen up the third base line. Going to be a tough turn. Beltran throws to second. Infante makes the out. McDougal now. Doinked into center field, and now the Rockies are going to have runners at the corners. Guillen goes first to third for Jordy Mercer. Mercer laces this to right. That hangs up just long enough for Angulo to make the grab. Ah. Dang it. Easy play for McDougal. Duffy. Hit hard into right field. That'll fall for a base hit. Bryce is on it. Or Sizemore, rather. Dabiel Flores. Fly ball to right field. Sizemore makes the squeeze for 2 down. Hyunjin Ryu. Looks like he's got a bit of a stick on him. And a passed ball by Will Myers. Never mind. Minor strikes out Ryu. And leads off the top of the third here. Martin. Low scoring ace versus ace matchup here.
Strike 3.
Mike Minor putting a little extra zip on the baseball. 0-1 on the way to Infante. Popped up. Center field. Martin. Squeezes it for the second out. Here's Johnny Lucroy, the catcher. Bryce will bring that one in. 3 up, 3 down. Bryce swings and misses on a low changeup. Alvarez.
Strike 3.
Strikeout victim again. That's 3 in a row now for Ryu. He won't strike out the side, but it'll be a 1-2-3 inning. Beltron now, the 0-2. Swinging out of his shorts. Angulo to left center field. That's a very well hit ball. He's thinking 3. Bryce is on it. It's a 1-out triple for Giancarlo Angulo. Full count to Brian and Anderson. Chopped through the drawn-in infield. Matt Duffy now, runner at first. Lined over the head of Mercer. Oh, come on, man. Drew would have had that. Flores flies this to center. Martin is there. They respect the arm. Ryu, another fly ball to center. Just the 1 run, but it's a very big hole, it feels like, for the Rockies. Waiting for the offense to wake up. Guillen, 0 for 1. Swings and misses. 7 Ks for Hyunjin Ryu. McDougal will touch some green up the middle. Jordy Mercer. They try the back pick. They got him? Come on. Okay. Team. If you were going to be this bad, I would not have spent all the money to bring Sizemore back. Get Nick Vincent loose. Oh, what a run! Diving attempt by Martini. Can't come up with it. Second and third. Against Johnny Lucroy. Martin, gotta respect the arm. Throw will be cut off. 3-0 Marlins here.
Strike 3.
Beltran struck out again. Angulo. Full count. Off the end of the bat, Mercer will scoop, throw to Guillen. Inning over. Pinch hitter here for Mike Minor, who gets through 5 innings, allowing 3 runs. Freddie Galvis will face Ryu. Swings and misses. 8th K of the day for the Korean Monster. Man, we're just not getting the BABIP luck today. Nick Vincent enters the game as the new pitcher. And plunks the first guy he sees. Great start, Nick. Ay, buddy. Infield is in against the pitcher. Popped up, Myers will grab this one. 1-0 to Bay. On the ground, diving stop by McDougal. He'll go to first for 1 out. Another RBI. Here's Infante up against Vincent. Fly ball to right. Sizemore waits for it. 4-0 Miami here. Ryu continues to make light work of the Rockies. Tom Bryce will get aboard with a leadoff double, though. Ryan Lamar will take over and pinch run for him. Pedro Alvarez. First pitch he sees, little looper past the infield and into center field. Runners at the corners now for Will Myers. Rockies finally getting something going here. Will Myers up the middle for a base hit. Throw is way offline. Alvarez standing at third. Second and third now for Carlos Guillen. As Chase Anderson gets loose in the bullpen. Let's see if CG9 has some magic here. Slow roller to third. Beltran will go across the diamond for one. A second run scores. Rockies within two. McNougal has been aboard all three times. Well, never mind that. Mercer now. Hit hard, past the infield. Runners at the corners. And we need a hit. Let's get Barton in here. Derek Barton pinch hitting. That'll move Myers to third. And Alvarez to first. And that'll sit Carlos Guillen down. Up the middle. Taken by Infante. To stretch time we go. I don't think that was right. We didn't get a home run, did we? A messy-looking scorecard as Ryan Lamar checks in at left field, replacing Tom Bryce. Will Myers to third base. Guy's got some chops there. Pedro Alvarez to first. Chase Anderson now on the bump, facing Lucroy, Beltran, Angulo. Marlins by 2 here in the bottom of the 7th. Beltran with a 4-strikeout day. Oof. Angulo, 1 for 3 with a triple. Popped up to center field. 3 Rockies converge. It'll be Mercer making the grab. 1, 2, 3 inning. Turn it over quickly. Here's Leonis Martin. Sharply hit over to first. Bay will take it himself. Sizemore now. 10th strikeout of the game for Hyunjin Ryu. Ryan Lamar batting for the first time. Chop to third. Beltran up in time. Anderson going for a second inning of relief here. Very effective so far. Cody Allen getting loose just in case. Hit hard on the ground. Mercer throws. Alvarez able to make the stretch. Flores 0 for 3. And he's walked. Kendrys Morales, the pinch hitter now. Hyunjin Ryu's day is done. He strikes out 11 Rockies over 8 innings. Come on, Chase.
Strike 3.
Strike out to the backstop. Easy play there by Barton. Brandon Kinsler out of the Miami bullpen. 32 saves for the Fish last season. It'll be Pedro Myers, pitcher spot. Rockies down by 2. Getting things started. Alvarez aboard with a leadoff single. Myers, 1-2 on the way. Lined into left field for a base hit. That's going to roll into the corner. Alvarez will stand at third. Will Myers with a double. Rockies have the tying run at second. With nobody out, Adam LaRoche to the plate. To face Kinsler. Full count.
Strike 3.
Swing and a miss. Here's McDougal, 1-2 on the way. Rocketed through the right side for a base hit. They will hold the runner at third. Mercer. All right, let's avoid the double play here. Ah, man, McDougal picked off again. Kinsler will field the grounder. Miami Marlins win this one 4-3. Ah. Dang it. I don't know if we were just too smart for our own good or what. That was tough. At least Alvarez is raking. Lamar with a contact and power up? Okay, Will Myers, everything goes down. That's not good. Taylor Hill with a velo up. Graveman with a velo up. He's still developing and could be something special. Marco Gonzalez, control up. Okay. Grichuk with a contact up. And Branch Colomarino hits home run number 500 in his career. One of the last great sluggers. Game 2, we're in the win column. 7-3, a late 6-run comeback. Marshall McDougal hits the grand slam against Scott Diamond, who has a bad, bad day. Skaggs gets his first win the season. Uehara, the save. We win game 2. Vaquedano goes 8 strong. Atta boy. LaRoche with his first home run as a Rocky. Ditto for Freddie Galvis. Iwakuma completes the series win. Mike Leake getting opening night against the 5-1 Arizona Diamondbacks. And that's where we'll leave the team. All right, so I'm liking how Pedro we were able to pick up. Get some decent control for him. Myers is doing well with the bat. Hoping Guillen can stay healthy. Yeah, we're going to have some thoughts about who's going to be on the Major League roster going forward. So that'll wrap up the stream for the day. Looks like Laptop Hound's got some franchise hockey manager going, and the FHM boys will take over the Out of the Parks channel in an hour and 20. I might have enough time to do a tiny little pack rip, though. To Sweegie, enter your password challenge. Difficulty impossible. Speaking of Chase Headley, he's a PTMS 3 reward. Yeah, the arrows are overmatched in gold. Like, ow, 8 and 19. Ow, 10 and 18. Ow, 7 and 13. Team's haunted. Maybe some good pack luck will help salve the wound. I know some ice cream will. I'm gonna have ice cream once I'm done streaming. Living my best life often involves ice cream. Tim Raines helps out with Heroes and Mission Week bangers. Yeah, we gotta wait for the drops to come in still. I have a bad habit of just selling for whatever the buy order is. Six more packs. I wish spotties weren't so expensive, you know? Because I'm getting a little tired of seeing the yellow text. All right, one new guy, Ray Ordonez. Let's get Ted Sizemore here up for quadruple ones. We are still able to get enough points for 2 more packs. Hopefully we get the drops coming in soon. Let me see. May have to park those for another time. Oh yeah, I do want to check in on King Carlos's court, because I did finally get the 102 perfect game Roy Halladay. And that's one of the reasons why the team is hanging tight in iron. Oh yes, he is very good. The fact that the cutter isn't his highest rated pitch, though, seems like a bit of a miss. I would love to get a better second baseman, but my options are limited, and Tony Fernandez only plays shortstop. Still, postseason bound possibly. I should also check in on the Altacockers to see how they're doing. I think I made a recent acquisition over on that team as well. Tiny little pack rip. Well, we got a gold pack coming in. All right. Buddy Meyer just misses the cutoff for the team. These are specifically players age 35 or higher. Oh, EVC. Oh, man. Maybe we need to put a black band around the a jersey arm or a patch. Oh yeah, we got Bruce Petway as our new backup catcher. Finally gave up on Tim McCarver. To his credit, Bruce has been doing well. But here's who's like available. No way I'm getting one of the T206 Honus Wagners. That'd be ideal, but not happening. The Mission Week, Pop Lloyd and Roberto Clemente. Fun. Can't afford them. And I don't think any of the newest cards that they announced qualify. I checked. Rich Harden didn't even play for Canada in the World Baseball Classic, so he doesn't even show up on the WBC team. Or on the international caps, I should say. So there's a limit to what we can do, and yes, our team fielding absolutely stinks. Like, look who I'm running in center field. Earl Averill? My shortstop is Derek Jeter. Okay, Jeter actually is doing well. It's Averill that's a migraine inducer. Yeah, Cravath and Griffey are both not doing so hot defensively, but where else am I going to put him? 41-year-old Ken Griffey Sr. And let's just swing into the Bob Cajun Bobs quickly because I want to make sure I'm collecting my sign-in packs and more points because... not this Saturday, but the one afterwards when I'm streaming again, we are going to be mobbing your Bob, doing a giveaway, seeing if someone can pick up some packs. Alright, drops are in. Let's do this, and then I'll raid y'all into next man up. Alright, almost done the mic mission. Solid. And in the silver pack, diamond card. Mike Donlin, man, that's a spicy looking silver. And Hunter Gaddis means 4 more packs. One of Ezra Denny's favorites. The mascot of the Hunter Gaddis All-Stars. Mike Paul is new. And Paul Goldschmidt. Somehow I've never pulled him before. Alright, that will about do it. No stream this Saturday. Tim Misses has my attention for the whole day. It's her birthday. Sunday, a possible stream, because I will be running the JPBO first year draft for the grandest salami once again. That'll be about an hour or so in the evening. And then you'll see the Flying Purple Baseball Beaters again next Wednesday. Let's go say hi to Laptop Hound. The raid phrase is, of course, Rocky Raid. Oh, looks like he's doing a giveaway. You can actually win a Franchise Hockey Manager 10 license. Very cool. Time is precious, folks. I'm grateful you've chosen to spend some of yours with me tonight. See you on Sunday. Finish the week strong. Firage, take us out.